You've obviously heard of the hustle and grind. Gary Vee talks about it. You know, grind it out, baby, 24/7, 7 days a week. Don't stop, can't stop. However, one has to know thyself. Remember what Peter Drucker said, know thyself. So, it can work for Gary, great. It can work for me, so-so. It may not work for you. What I'm trying to tell you is this: just because if Gary wants to grind out, or Gary's telling you to grind it out every day, doesn't mean you should. In fact, in his latest videos, he talks about that. I'm me and you're you. Figure out who you are. So know thyself. Who are you as a person? Are you wired to grind it out, such as myself? Are you more like a sit-back type of individual, whereas the more you grind, the more burnt out you become? And to find out what type of person you are, I recommend taking a couple of tests. You got disc profiling. Check out Steven Sisler. He's your man when it comes to that. You got Kobe testing. You got Myers-Briggs testing. There's so many different tests out there, but hands down, Steven Sisler. I'll put a link below this video. The guy has transformed my life. But figure out who you are, and depending on these types of, I guess, archetypical mindsets of a human being, you can figure out, well, I like to grind 24/7, or I like a mixture between working hard 3 days. Working hard 3 days, or working hard 5 days, or working hard 2 days, putting in 24 hours in 2 days and chilling out for the rest of the days. For myself, I'm pretty straightforward. I go with cyclical cycles. So I like to grind out early in the morning, waking up at 5 a.m. I grind usually till like lunchtime, and I have a nice like 2-hour break, do whatever I want, Krav Maga. I do my meditation walk every single day. Then on a Sunday or once a week, it's kind of like no tech. So right now I'm having my walk over here. This is literally my backyard in Toronto. I'm kind of blessed where I live in Toronto. These are bike trails. Look at my bike somewhere there in the background, if you can see it. Yeah, somewhere there. And basically walk, relax, you know, let my mind put all the pieces together. Einstein said it the best, you know, if you want to solve a problem, just walk. And in fact, back in the day, during the medieval time, it was considered a luxury for you to even have time to walk. Going back to the original point I was trying to make about grinding out, well, it's up to you. Figure it out. Honest to God, I'm tired of everybody trying to compare themselves to everybody. You know, I'm not Gary, Gary's not me. I love the dude, but I'm not him. I love Elon Musk, but I'm not Elon Musk. You know, I like Peter Thiel, but I'm not Peter Thiel. You know, I like all these people for certain characteristics and certain traits they have. However, I'm not them. So find out who you are, dig in deep, you know, identify your strengths, identify your weakness. You know, look at the X-Men, for example, with Charles Xavier. My buddy Gio from Archangels, he talks about this all the time. You know, once you identify your mutant gene, your mutant superpower, everything else becomes easy because that's your one focal point. You don't have to worry about your weakness, just work on your strengths. To wrap things up, a little homework for you. Read everything from Peter Drucker, contact Steven Sisler, find out your superpower, figure out your cyclical cycles throughout the day. For example, myself, I perform well in the morning, a good chunk of break mid-time, kind of like a siesta, and then random tasks in the afternoon, non-creative, just like robotic tasks. Those are the key takeaways. And tell you what, I want you to actually leave a comment below this video. Let me know your thoughts on grinding it out, the whole 24/7 things. Peace.